All right, and welcome back to another episode of Ambitious Journey Podcast. I am Daharan Bivens.
And I am Drake Allen. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, we got another one. It's been we hadn't had like too much happen this week. But I think I can't really say too much. But before we get into all that, thank you to everybody that has been supporting us on Anchor and our YouTube viewership. It's been amazing. I've been pleased with what we've seen. Drake, I know you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of text about it a little bit. So yeah. So thank you guys for that. And yeah, continue to keep supporting us. And all right, so we were actually kind of just talking about this. So unfortunately, to navigate into something a little sadder, how we just said, so like we had another shooting of a rapper. So like MO3, he wasn't a huge guy as far as like being known, but he wasn't around Dallas. He was really huge, and he was starting to like navigate into like the bigger market. But it's so crazy because he was a really big fan of Lil Boosie. Dude, Lil Boosie got shot.
Dang.
And that just happened like a couple of days ago or yesterday. And it's like, and then so it's like, and then I don't know if you know who this guy is, but his name is Dr. Rose.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, a big time dentist in Dallas, but he also like raps on the side. But he just got shot as well. And it's like, dude, this is so crazy to me that like all this is happening right now with so many big time people. I know people die every day. And not to start off like so heavy and dark, but like I just it's weird that we always have something like this happening every time we're able to to come on the podcast.
Yeah, and like we ended that last episode talking about the death that unfortunately in the hip hop community that we're having to deal with.
Right.
And here we are starting the next one with another one.
Yeah, the next one, same thing, and it's just like, man, and me and some of my friends back home, I kind of like we have like this little group text message, and I was saying like, I mean, not really like in a joking way, but just in like I guess like off the cuff kind of way, like there should be some type of like unspoken, unwritten rule, like you can't kill somebody you have beef with like November, December, because I was like, dude, all these dudes are trying to get people out of here before the holidays, like. Dang, bro. Okay, you I don't know when the issue happened between y'all, but if you let it go on until this point in time in the year, like just let it ride out, dude. Don't ruin these holidays for all these other families because of some beef that may not even be that serious. And I don't know each situation, so I don't want to sound insensitive to whoever involved, but it's just like, dude, I'm so overseeing that, like we said, in hip hop. Like, it's just
it's like that Polo G song you said. So
yeah, epidemic.
IPs. Yeah.
And he was like, and then what he say? Calling people ops, get you or people dying from that disease.
Yeah.
Like, dude, and you hear people ops this, ops that, this that, and it's just like, dude, come on. Like, okay, who is that? I don't know. I want to give credit because I heard it wasn't my thought, but it was like, you see all this, you made it out. We know you're authentic. People were vouching for you being authentic. You didn't make it this far out of your situation not being authentic. Like,
yeah.
You can't rap about being this, that on this street and over here and doing this. We know, we believe you, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like, but now you gotta, you are, I mean, you are the cash cow. I try to think of like a nicer way to say it, but that's the best way to put it. You're putting your family into a better situation. You're putting people around you into a better situation. Like, you got to start just chilling out a little bit. I don't even like want to say the whole thing. How do people say like, you got to start moving different? You got to start. No, bro, just don't do anything.
Yeah, facts. Gotta just change it up, do something different.
Yeah, just like, bro, just relax a little bit, make your music, chill, hang out with your family. You have enough money. I mean, some of those guys, I think King Von was to where he can travel out of the country, but man, you can move to some pretty isolated places in the U.S. Well, you don't have to worry about anything. You can just show up to events and
Hmm.
then go back home. You
Well,
know
that's
what
like
I'm saying?
that's like a little baby. He talked about getting his mom that new house. He said didn't even post didn't even post a pic because didn't want people to know where she lived.
Exactly. Like
It's that easy. It's really that easy.
just like that, bro.
And then
Like
and then he made a hard bar about it too. So it's like he got both double whammy on that situation.
exactly. I remember Young Thug said something like that. He bought he has like 7 brothers and sisters, and he
Mhm.
bought all them houses. But I don't know where they are, but I mean, I feel like I pay attention to him a decent amount to where like I would see it at least once or twice, but I've only heard him bring it up. Like I don't know where they are. So
Yeah.
it's just like, and I know those guys have to learn that over time because they're still young and stuff, but it's like
Yeah, but I mean, how much time do you have when everyone's getting shot and people trying to kill
exactly,
everybody?
and like that fast lifestyle. Dude, I don't know, and it's sad because it's like legit every day we're finding something else, somebody else, another one. It's just like King Von and MO3 had to be two of the like biggest, I guess, like underground type people, or
Yeah,
like with like a cult following. Like they're right in that new wave of people that are coming up, and it's just like, well, there goes that music. Like, guess we'll wait for somebody else to come along. And, it's just, dude, Vons is really sad because he was in jail for most of the time, like all his friends were blowing up.
hmm
And it was like he's only been out, what, 2 years, 3 years?
and
I
then
just think about that, bro.
and then like Dirk really was putting him on, like taking him to Breakfast Club, all
Yeah,
those kind of things. So
exactly. Dude, I mean,
that
you didn't even get to enjoy your fame in 2 or 3 years. Like, you were really just starting to get the money. Like, you were
maybe
really starting to be able,
maybe you might be getting the money at that point. Maybe.
yeah, like it's just like, come on, man. At some, and I don't know, I don't know if you watched that video at all, because I'm not saying that he's at fault in that situation. It's stuff happens, um, but he was fighting that one guy, and then but they said with so many people with him that they believed that his friend thought that they either A will like have guns, or B they were gonna try to jump them because there was so many of them with King Von versus just them with the car. And so they were like, they believed that was kind of, I guess, the motive behind it. But it's like, dude, how many times like do we see that situation like that play out, where it could have just stayed at a fight,
Hmm.
but then it just escalates one step further because like guys feel like they have to lash out the most extreme way in those situations, which
Pride is hurt or something. I don't know.
yeah, or like, and I get all of them saying they were scared, but dude, okay, I don't know how that beef started and where it began or what, but it's like I feel like when you're in that lifestyle though, you
Mhm.
almost have this awareness at all times.
At least
So
you
like,
should.
huh?
At least you should have that awareness at
Right,
all.
right, right. And so you would just think like, all right, so you I guess I get being ready for anything, but it's like, should you really be the one to present the gun? I just yeah, you don't want to see that people taking from their families, man. I hate that for them.
No, and then especially like I know, kind of staying sort of on the same subject, but at least a little different because it's a little bit more of a internal thing. But we talked about losing Jeopardy host, Alex Trebek last episode, and now turn around, Al Roker's got stage 4
Yeah,
prostate cancer.
man, that threw me for a loop, bro. Because what was it? I just saw him in some movie. He was just in a movie. Uh,
Couldn't tell
and
you.
like I was telling Taylor about like Al Roker, and I mean she knows who he is, but okay. Do you remember how big Al Roker was at one point?
He used to take up the whole map when he was given the weather, bro.
Yeah, like well, not even just like that, but I'm saying, but like how famous he was. Like everybody knew who Al Roker was.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he was in the
Today,
Proud Family as a cartoon.
yeah.
Like he was not just doing weather. Like, he was on Good Morning shows, like the morning talk shows. He was on radio.
His voice was like perfect for everything. Like
Yeah,
he
he
could
was
play any.
doing movies, and I'm just like, and it was so crazy to see him in a movie again. I was like, oh dang, like dude, I mean I didn't even know like he was still kind of like doing stuff. I thought it was just just kind of just chill back out to doing the weather.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not mistaken, dude, they said at one point he was making close to like 20 million a year
Yeah, I
from
don't
just
doubt
stuff
it.
he was doing.
I don't
And
doubt
I'm
it.
just like, but now you see that guy has that what was it, stage 4 prostate cancer? Is that what
Yeah.
it was?
Yeah.
Like, man, I mean that has nothing to do with like the
No, but I
people
mean, it's just
killing each other, but
another
still, yeah,
situation.
just big star people going down. Yeah, man, that's too. 2020 has been quite the year.
Bro, we still
Like,
got a month and a half left.
yeah, it's been really just strange. Like as far as like how many, I guess, popular people, you know.
Well, we'll see what happens in 2021 too. Like, is this gonna end here, or we just getting started? Because the decade is
Oh, dude, that
not off to a good start.
yeah. That kind of I guess kind of it reminds me of this, but it kind of leads into this. Can you hear
Yeah.
that? Okay, bro. Anyway, um, so Pfizer
Yeah.
vaccine, they
Yeah.
finished up human testing.
Okay, but this is like a space race because
Right. Okay.
Russia is like, yo, we got the vaccine too.
Yeah, dude, when you text me that, I was like, you know what? This is. So they might be, dude, there's big money in this. Whoever can get that out first.
Yeah, but whoever can get it out first, and hey, as Drake said, it ain't about who did it first. It's about who did it right.
Right, exactly.
They're
Exactly.
looking like preach.
Like, yes, bro. And here's the thing. It's like, if this goes wrong, you could have an even worse issue on your hands than what you started with.
Bro, we
I'm
literally have
I'm
like a
not-
zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
You'll have like zombies dancing like Chris Brown.
Like, and I'm not trying to be insensitive to anybody because
No.
I get that it's real.
This is a
people
money grab,
getting
bro.
hurt.
This is a money grab.
But yeah, it's like, dude, this could go worse. Like, I know it's bad, but there is a darker side to this.
Yeah, it's
Like,
darker somewhere.
yeah. And I'm scared. I'm not gonna be in that first wave.
I'm
People
not
vaccine.
even the 100th wave, bro. Like,
Buddy, I'm giving this full 2021. Unless like I get some job where they're like, look, we're not hiring you unless you absolutely have to.
that money better be right, though.
Man, you know what I'm like? Look, bro, I think I'm just a full-time podcaster now. Like, I don't know, man. I do not want to see what that first batch is like. I'm okay on it.
Bro,
Look,
I don't even want to know. Like, it's gonna be bad.
I wish that I feel like there's a drug reference in there somewhere. Like for like some drug dealers, you never mess with the first batch, bro. You I don't know it, but I wish I did. I know it's in there somewhere.
So, it's like funny though. Like as soon as this election happens, we turn around and we got a vaccine that we had before the election that we just now are telling you about.
Yeah,
and then,
human trials wrapped up. But then they were just saying before, in America at least, you couldn't do vertebrate testing for 18 months after the new release of a pharmaceutical.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know my man Trump. I shouldn't say my man, but like,
Uh-huh.
I mean, like, but I know Trump. He released some stuff or he lifted some regulations on as far as like people go, like as far as like experimental testing, or is it like if you're like on your last resort for living, you can try experimental medicines without repercussions. So I know he signed that, but I don't know if he lifted that whole thing because I think that's in place by like the FDA or something like that.
In charge of that, but it's just funny.
Yeah.
Just the timing is like very comical.
So wait, we went from we may not see one to next summer to just kidding right after the election.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude.
And then now other countries have like, hey, yo, we got it too. What's up? We got
Exactly.
our own. No, it's better.
Yeah, and I know that I remember seeing a little while ago where they had like there was 3 big companies that were in it, and I think we even said on here that Johnson & Johnson kind of played around a little bit, and then they kind of just pulled out of it.
But that's the thing is like how many like little companies are funding the big company to put their name on it? You know what I mean? Like,
What do you mean?
like how many smaller companies are working with, Pfizer and the whoever like is doing it in Russia. I don't know if it's like the country of Russia or like a specific like
Yeah,
scientist
yeah.
or whatever, but like how many like supporters do they have underneath them helping fund this? You know what I mean?
Right. People just throw it into the pot.
Because again, I fully think that this is all a money grab. I think
Yeah.
whoever can get the vaccine out first is going to bait all the suckers in, and they're going to make so much money. It's not even funny.
And then they're gonna be like, well, no, let's hope it works. But
Oh,
hypothetically,
flex. I mean, I don't want to see people die from it, but I mean, at the end of
right?
the day, I'm realistic.
Yeah. And
We've
like,
we
if
never
they say,
had this.
oh, it didn't quite work right. All right, well, let us tweak it again.
Yeah.
We also need more money.
Hmm.
It's gonna be like, come on,
And
dude.
how much is this vaccine going to cost? Like our
That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I've been thinking. And here's the thing. What's my? Why do I keep saying that? Here's the thing. uh, but I think that they could make it really cheap because of how, like how. Well, I think they could make it really expensive right now because the demand is like I
Mhm.
gotta have. But I think it could turn into like something like the flu shot, to where you could go to Walgreens for like $3-4, if that. I think some places even do it free
Mhm.
and get a flu shot.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. I'm very intrigued because I think it will start out like astronomically high. Like I think it'll be like most insurances don't cover it, and we need 100.
we don't do experimental medicine. We're not sure. So that's not
Yeah,
going to be in your plan.
yeah, and we're gonna need 100 for this.
Yeah. And you're like, what, bro?
Yeah, I'll
Like,
just take my
I'm,
chances.
I'm just trying to live.
Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen with that? But speaking of living, I know I texted you this earlier. This random question. I know we did a couple questions last episode, but
Oh, I just got an update on my phone. Going back to what we said about Quando Rondo and
mhm.
King Von. So Quando Rondo's team is now presenting that they use self defense
Mm.
as a claim to as to why.
And this is
Uh,
breaking news on the Ambitious Journey
exactly.
podcast.
Yeah. This just popped up. So that's very interesting. And after I just said, because dude, it's in the video
Mhm.
of them, it's a lot of people. Like now I don't know if they were all with King Von or if they were just a crowd that was following him.
Mhm.
But he had in the video, you at least see 4 to 5 people that are for sure with him.
Mm.
And then there's just Quando Rondo and his friend in the car. I think there's one other guy in the car too, so maybe 3. But they were outnumbered. And then Von walks up to Quando Rondo. So that's a very interesting take there.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I don't really know how many other ways you can go about it. Like, I think you have to claim that period if you are the shooter. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah. Like, no, I was just trying to, I didn't know. Yeah.
yeah,
Right. My bad. What were you saying there?
oh, good. That's again breaking news on the Ambitious Journey podcast. Well,
Yeah.
we do it all here. But
Ambitious.
so the biggest thing I was thinking about, I saw this on Bert Kreischer, the comedian. I saw it on his Twitter.
Okay.
He said, pick one thing from
Wait, this is the guy that they call him the bear or something like that.
something like that. Yeah, he's a big dude. But
Yeah.
he said, pick one thing of each of these three categories I'll list to live off of for 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
Um, first one is non-alcoholic beverage. Second is alcoholic beverage, and the third is a type of food. And water doesn't count for this non-alcoholic beverage because that's just
Yeah.
dumb.
But this is easy though, bro.
What you got?
All right. So the non-alcoholic beverage is the Ocean Spray cran apple juice.
Okay.
Easy. Like
All right.
that has to be top shelf best juice ever made. Like I don't even think there's a close second. And you got let's see, food wise, I'm probably just gonna go with chicken, just because you can do so many different things with chicken. So it's like, yeah, either, yeah, is that an option? Just to
Yeah.
say, just
Yeah,
chicken.
that's cool.
Yeah, and then, yeah, because I mean, dude, there's so many things you can do with chicken.
Yeah.
And then, what was the last category?
An alcoholic beverage, but let's be like specific on it. Let's like, because
Like,
you can say beer, you
uh,
can say tequila, but let's pick an
right,
actual brand.
I would, man, I would probably have to go with these. whiskey gingers.
Okay.
I think I'm trying to think of specific whiskey though. So in my cup right here, I don't have my glass that I had the last couple of times. Those are also old fashions the other day. Um, that was Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
So like, dude, I love Buffalo Trace, or I just love whiskey gingers. I think they're called Kentucky Mules. Is like the actual name of them. But like, you get ginger beer, uh, a little bit of lime, squeeze it in there, and then you pick whatever bourbon you like, and they just they're so smooth, and you can just drink them however,
Yeah.
uh, or pretty much anytime. They're good for like any occasion. So yeah, I think that would be mine.
Okay. Yeah. For mine, I did orange juice because, and then I did Altos tequila.
Why orange juice?
Yeah, there's a backstory to this. So orange juice is my non-alcoholic. Altos tequila is my alcoholic because that's what I mix together all the time. Apparently, what we have right here. So, and then my food, I'm going pizza because I can live
Oh,
off.
you're gonna get tired of that so fast.
Bro, there's so many options of pizza. You can do different sauce on the pizza. So many
I
different
mean,
toppings.
toppings, yeah, but
What do you mean? There's so many sauces you can use.
at the base of it, still a bunch of cheese. Though you're gonna eventually, dude, heartburn is gonna catch up,
Maybe.
and then you're gonna be like, I don't want to eat. See, look, you always start off super plain and you build on the plain. You
Yeah.
don't start off already kind of built.
Let's go ahead and get a cheese pizza day one, and then go on day two get that pepperoni.
And that cheese, I'm telling you, all right, eat like a slice of cheese for like 5 days straight.
I do
You'll
that.
be like, I'm good on cheese. Just a random piece of cheese though, not like a cheese on a sandwich, a piece of pizza. Just eat. Or honestly, yeah, you should try that for yourself, bro. Just try a slice of pizza like one time a day for 5 days straight. You're like, no, I don't want that.
I love pizza though, so that's the thing. It's like,
What?
so I was torn
I,
though. I was torn. Like pizza, I think there's so many more options that I can do. But like
yeah,
I was thinking like I was torn between like pizza, chicken wings, fried chicken, and steak.
chicken wings and fried chicken. That's basically the same thing.
No. What sauce you put on
Kinda.
your fried what sauce you put on your fried chicken? Please tell me.
So I either put hot sauce or I put
But
salt and pepper or some
that
type of
breading is way
rub.
different than some regular wings.
Huh?
The fried chicken is way different taste than regular wings.
I mean, yeah. Well, okay. Like with the regular wings, though, you can like batter them up, or you can leave them plain.
See,
Uh,
that's why I was torn because I was like, I can do so much more with this one than the fried chicken is always fried.
he had a point. He had a point.
So, and I don't want no ranch or blue cheese with my fried chicken. I want it with my chicken wings.
Right? Blue cheese.
I got
Blue
ranch,
cheese.
so we split here, but it's all good.
No, okay. Honestly, I can't even try to play. I used to do ranch. Like growing up, I did ranch, and then I don't know why. Like as I got older, like I kind of just tried blue cheese, and then I was like, dang, okay, and like I kind of just like kept eating it that way. Um, man, my brother was a huge blue cheese fanatic growing up.
Mm.
Like that's what he always did, and I should think like, you know what? I think he ruined me on it as a kid because he ate it so often,
Mm-hmm.
and like the smell, that smell right away. You're
Yeah,
kind of like, oh,
yeah,
yeah. And I just remember like I would only smell it when he was eating it, and I was like, man, that I don't like that.
yeah.
And so I think that kind of like made me not want to try it until like later on.
See, I just don't mess with the like little chunks in it. Like I don't do that.
Okay, see, that's the only way that I trust that it's real blue cheese. Because have you seen like these blue cheese like dressings almost that have no chunks? They're just real creamy.
Oh, that's not blue cheese. That's just like milk.
Yeah, and it throws me off. I'm like, what is this? And I know that I don't even know why that throws me off, but I'm just like, I expect there to be at least a couple of chunks in here. I don't let this sucker just pour out like ranch dressing, bro.
Yeah,
That
that gives me
that's
trust issues because if I bit into that, I would probably be like, nope, not doing
what
it.
the chunks.
No, if I bit into ranch or blue cheese thinking it was ranch because there was no chunk.
Yeah.
Oh, we got trust issues, bro. Can't
Throw
do it.
you off.
Yeah,
Hmm.
cannot be doing that.
All right. Well, what was something else we had to chat about?
So the SpaceX, they launched another
Mm.
4 people to the International Space Station on Sunday night.
Oh,
So
four. Okay.
it was 4,
Yeah.
and
Did they say who they were?
I did not see. I did not do my research on that. I just saw that SpaceX. I don't know why. The last time they did this, I knew about it beforehand, and this time, like, I just found out like Sunday night when I got off work. I was like, oh, SpaceX doing it again, back at it again. But it's kind of interesting. Like, I remember growing up in Florida, like we used to always watch the like space shuttles and everything like take off, and
Yeah.
so like I saw like a lot of people on Twitter were like basically like doing the same thing. It's just like
Mhm.
the good old days.
Yeah. It's kind of see. I think because that's the company that
Elon Musk.
yeah, he runs that. Okay. See, dude, I think he's gonna figure out something really, really, really valuable
Hmm.
to all of society, like human society, in a couple of years. Just
I don't
by
know.
keep,
I don't even know if it's that long. I think he has it already. I think it's just waiting to be released.
yeah.
He's so smart, bro.
Oh,
Like,
he is, and like the
no
thing is,
chance.
what dude? He kind of scared me the other day. I was watching that Joe Rogan podcast when he was talking
Yeah.
about that Neuralink thing.
Uh huh.
I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. To clarify, for anybody that hasn't seen this, go watch the actual episode. But to kind of give you the, I guess, the watered down, real dumb version of this, is basically he feels is that you won't have to communicate like this anymore. People will just actually be able to know your thoughts and know what you mean by when you say something and interpret like the situation and all nonverbal communication. People will be smarter and you'll basically be a cyborg is essentially what it is. And he wants to start off helping people that are like paralyzed or have some type of neurological damage, and then eventually work it into society of just normal people. And he says he sees that being able to happen, physically be able to happen within 5 years. And I was just like, that's a little too soon for me, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, that to clear that up for everybody.
That's crazy though. He has like so many ideas. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, I can't understand how smart he is because like I
No.
don't know many people that smart in general. But like,
I don't think I know anybody that smart.
but like he also has like all these scientists and like all these other like geniuses around him. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're just all working together, bro. They have like another planet built somewhere. I
They
know.
gotta. Dude, you saw well, I don't know if you saw this, but they talked about his schedule. Like somebody saw a schedule that was written out of his.
Mhm.
And he does things in 5-minute increments. Meetings in 5-minute increments. So let's say if he decides to meet with you, you have to say something that would allow him to continue on like talking to you at another time within that 5 minutes.
Dang.
But that's how he plans his whole day out. And he just goes in 5 minutes. And I'm just like, now I don't know how true that is. But I saw something that said that. And I was like, I feel like a person that smart honestly probably could, because I mean he's processing stuff like that, dude. So he's like, he knows if what you're saying to him, it's if it's something he's on board with, if it's not, no. If it's a problem he needs to solve, or if it's not, like, he can decipher that in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, you're not.
I wouldn't be surprised if he already has one of those things inside of him.
I was gonna say, dude, he kind of reminds me of like a robot, like the way he acts and just like the way he talks and everything.
Exactly.
Bro, you are programmed with all this knowledge, like
Yeah. And so here's my thing with that too. Here's my thing again. Uh, I just think that like that guy. Okay, if you do that, I'm so scared of hackers, though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
as technology gets better, like that means like people hacking stuff is only getting
exactly. And also, I know he's so smart, but I feel like somebody that's that smart they get tired of talking to like dumb people, or they get bothered that like people don't understand what they're saying.
Annoyed and just like, all right, never mind.
Yeah, and they or he'll just be like, "Look, just do it," and then people are like, "No, you're being forceful." You know? Then he just builds like this is really gonna go off on a tangent here, and then he just builds this army of like cyborgs because he's like, I tried to tell you this is
Yeah, Elon really built different. Like that's like
he
a
is, bro. He is.
no lies detected. Like he's built different.
What did he name his son? Asher, but it's like a bunch of random digits still. Or
It makes no sense.
yeah, it's
He's
just
ahead of us,
something.
bro. He's ahead of us.
He scares me, dude. My actually my manager at my job, he said that he knows a girl that you should date him years ago. He's an older guy like that too.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't say older, but
Yeah, I
right
know what you
around
mean.
that. Yeah, you know what I mean. But he says he knows a guy that he knows a girl that used to date him. But he said that almost kind of like what we said is like I feel like it may be hard for him to communicate with people sometimes. And he said, and I was like, oh, so is he kind of like an awkward guy? He was like, she explained it as more so like his intelligence is kind of like overbearing because like he he knows that he's smart. He knows that you know that he's smart.
Yeah.
So then there's like I guess like this pressure, and then he doesn't try to hide that he is. And so almost like in a way, it seems like he's like letting you know, like, hey, I know I'm smart. So I guess it becomes like annoying. And I was like, I don't know how true that is again, but it's just like the fact that like somebody I know somebody that said that they know somebody that knows him, and like kind of confirms like a little bit what I thought. I was like, that doesn't seem too far off. Yeah, I can see it. Like
I'm surprised.
yeah, I mean, hey man, I'm an absolute genius. I'm going down in history. I'm kind of a big deal. Uh, yeah, what you're saying is probably not as important to me right now as what I'm saying to myself right now.
Yeah, long story short though, that girl that dated him fumbled the bag a few times.
Yeah, she did. Jeez, I don't care how arrogant or however you thought overbearing his intelligence was. Hold out just a little while,
Bro, dude,
just a
you have
little bit.
you literally have to do nothing at this point in your life, so why don't you become smart too?
Exactly. Like you have time to sit there and read every book ever,
Mm-hmm.
um, and just enjoy the ride. I mean, this man will genuinely be written about.
Literally
Like,
enjoy the ride in your Tesla that drives itself that he made.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, dude, you could literally ride around in your car all day reading and just being like, "Damn, life is kind of sweet, huh?" Yeah, like you
Yeah.
could.
I bet she drives like a beater, like just some beater, like lives paycheck to paycheck, can't get it figured out, but dated Elon Musk.
Can you imagine? Oh man. And then she has to look at herself all the time like
That's
I
tough.
almost had that. I almost had that.
And now I have nothing.
Yeah. Um something else we kind of brought up, switching topics here a little bit. Um Still speaking of women. Uh this brings us to our kind of like a topic we talked about the other day as far as like women becoming more involved in men dominated sports or just
Yeah.
men sports. I think yeah, we kind of just talked about this a little while ago. But how do you say her name?
It's like
Do you remember?
Kim Eng, I believe. It's spelled
Yeah, okay.
Ng. That's how I heard it on ESPN, so I will blame them if they mispronounced it. But
Yeah.
she was announced as the Marlins general manager over the
Yeah.
weekend.
And dude, I found that so interesting.
Yeah, facts.
Uh
And I was obviously like super intrigued as soon as it happened because I was like,
mhm.
my first thought was, okay, what experience does she have?
Right.
How is this a good hire? That was my first question. And then
Yes.
two is like, who does she know that got her this job?
Exactly. Okay, that's where I was going, and I was like, I said, "Is this like?" My first thought was, "Yeah, is she qualified? And is this a publicity stunt?"
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it,
And
because I was
then
just like,
yeah,
But you told me that you kind of found something though.
yeah. So I mean, I definitely was like, all right, let's see what this is all about. And so she has like 30 years of MLB experience alone.
Mm-hmm.
She started as an intern with the White Sox back in 1990. Did 6 years with the White Sox total, and then hopped over to the Yankees, which is where we're going to connect dots here. Because who owns
Exactly.
the Marlins? Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter.
And where did she
Absolutely.
get this World Series ring that she has from the front office? When Derek Jeter was there at the Yankees. So
Exactly.
put in a good resume there for just a couple of years, 98 to 01, and then hopped over to the Dodgers from 02 to 2011, and then was at the commissioner's office from 2011 till now, where she's now the GM of the Miami Marlins. But I mean,
Okay. So
super
yeah,
cool, super cool hire. I think it's kind of funny. We just talked about this last episode,
exactly.
where it's
And then
like,
that happens a couple
yeah.
of days after.
And then
Like,
the first female GM of any of the 4 American men's sports, major sports, we got our first female GM. That's kind of nuts.
yeah, and I want to say she was like,
Europe.
it said something about like being like first Asian something as well too.
Yeah, she's the first Asian American MLB GM in history.
Really?
So,
Dang,
that's pretty cool.
Feet first, yeah. And see, I like that, but also, here's my thing. Kind of going back to last week, I don't mind women in that type of capacity, like in that role, because I do think that they bring something in as far as business side goes. That absolutely, I can see that. My only thing would be like, and I think women can even coach baseball because it's more of a strategic game rather than a physical game of, like out manning the other man. But football, though, I don't know how I would, me just thinking of myself as a player, how I would feel if I had a female head coach, for instance, not somebody higher up in the office, but like on the field coach. That had never strapped up with the pads. Like, I would be like, what are you telling me right now? You have no idea what this feels like. You've never had another 200-pound man absolutely just run, I mean, directly at you with no fear in his heart at all. And like try to go right through you to score. Like, you've never had that, or vice versa. You never had a guy run, another 200-pound man run right at you, and like try to absolutely knock your head off your shoulders to keep you from catching this ball or running. Like,
I mean,
what are you telling me right now?
I think the only exception in that situation for me, to be completely honest, is this situation with this baseball. Like, she's been around the league for 30 years.
Exactly.
So it's like, I'm not saying everyone has to be 30 years before you can do it. Like, I'm not saying that, but like, have some experience. Like,
yeah,
you have 7 to 10 years at least of experience. Like,
no, okay. Well, also, I think, okay, go ahead, finish yours.
I mean, I think that's at least a good qualification to get your foot in the door.
Right. I think I still have to separate the physical aspect of the game. If we're talking about an office type position,
Yeah,
I think you would, like any type of normal operating business. How would you hire somebody for that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, would you expect any other, person if you were trying to become somebody higher up in office for, let's say, the Walmart chain? How would they hire you there? Like, based off of experience or this, that, and that? Okay, the same. And that can be anybody. Anybody can apply for that if you're qualified. But I just think when it comes to, so I kind of want to make that distinction for people.
Like coaching in front office differential.
Yeah. Coaching in front office, front office is kind of up for grabs. It's who's the most qualified. When it comes to that on the field, though, I think when you talk about a physical game, I need somebody that lived it.
I think football is the only one where that qualifies, though, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And that for me, I don't know how that goes for other people, but because it's such a physical game, I don't like. I think in soccer, I know somebody's gonna be like, soccer's a physical game. Yeah, no, but it's more strategic than it is.
But there's also a women's and a men's team.
Exactly. And so here's my thing with that too is you could, dude, if you just made those like just shadows on the field and just watch their outlines play, you wouldn't be able to tell. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You wouldn't know like what game you're watching. You would just know you're watching a soccer match. Where football, that would be pretty. You would know right away, like, oh no, this is not. Like, you know what I'm saying? You would know. Basketball, that could be kind of iffy because you have some really tall girls that are just there's a joke in here that I can make, but like it would be harder to differentiate. Like again, if they were just made into shadows and you just had to like watch the outlines of them play. Um, what is there another major sport we mentioned? Football, basketball, baseball,
I mean,
uh,
hockey doesn't have a professional.
hockey. I don't know that many women that. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't
I
know if
know
that's
there's women's leagues, but I don't know like if there's not a professional one in America. I don't think.
right. Tennis, I think is kind of the same way, but I don't know if they have like front offices though. So
I mean, they're running themselves.
yeah.
Those
So
tournaments
it's
are
just
run.
kind of like I think that's why I think front office that's you're on the forefront of business right there. It's about almost about the brand at that point and personnel movement
Mhm.
more so than it is
Coaching,
like yeah. You know
training,
what I mean?
all those kind of
Yeah.
things.
So I don't know. I think it's great though. It shows uh baseball's trying to be progressive and they're trying to be more inclusive, which is good because I mean, it's been proven in the workforce that the more you incorporate different types of people, the better overall the ideas become.
Dude,
Uh,
that makes me think immediately as soon as you said that of this new NFL rule with the coaches. It's like I don't know
right.
the exact specifics. I don't know if it's hire or like just interview or what it is, but basically like they're giving like, which is done that we have to do this, but
Uh-huh.
it's an incentive for a team to interview or hire a minority coach.
Oh yeah, so kind of like affirmative action.
Yeah, they're getting like extra draft pick out of it.
Yeah. See, okay.
First off, to me, that's fake as hell.
Yeah.
Hey, do this, we'll give you an extra draft pick.
Right.
But then, like, also, it's like, dude, why does it matter? Like, I'll
Yeah.
never be able to understand why, like, the color of somebody's skin determines on what they can do and what they can't.
Right. So
Never,
and
never understand.
man, I wish I knew who said this because again, I want to give credit. But somebody was saying that America doesn't have a racist problem; it has a nepotism problem, and I would say and so I don't agree with that sentiment. But my thing is, but they're not too far off with the nepotism thing. People do show favor to people that they know,
Hmm.
or people that they feel more comfortable with, despite the skin color. It could just be that, hey, I know that guy and I know that guy's dad, or hey, I know that guy and I know that guy's brother. I know that guy. You see what I'm saying? Or like somebody's vouching for that guy to be. So eventually, you just start hiring people that you know or you feel more comfortable with, despite what they look like.
Hmm.
And then I think the skin color may come like as a result of oh, I feel comfortable about this person because I talked to them. Oh, and it just so happens to turn out that they are also. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So like, uh, as far as that hiring goes, though, I saw that when they first kind of mentioned that, and I'm torn because I think it could be helpful for a lot of guys that are trying to get their break into like head coaching positions, and they feel like there's a ceiling there and they cannot. Even though I feel like that's been proven that you can break through that and you can,
Hmm.
but I think in some programs, I don't know. I feel like some people may feel that way and they feel like this is their shot.
Hmm.
So I'm all about giving people opportunities, but at the same time, it goes back to that. I don't want to sound like I'm being hypocritical. It goes back to that thing of qualified. Have you put in the time to put you in a position to be a head coach
Hmm.
or someone of a higher personnel standard like that? Have you, all right, so like, what's your resume to make you a head coach? Were you around the game 30 years? Did you play in the game and then transition over to the coaching side and put in 10,
And
five,
what have
10?
you done while you've been a coach?
Exactly. You know
Where's the
what I mean?
success?
So
Like,
like, that's the only part that kind of scares me with it because I think that they're just going to just start pulling anybody because like,
hey, we'll get an extra
you,
draft pick.
exactly. Like, hey, we can build from here. We can get rid of this guy, catch and release. Get rid of this guy in 2 years, right? Yeah. Hire him on, look good, get the draft picks out of it, get rid of him, and then we'll really start winning from there.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
then they can repeat the process.
very true, very true. And see, that's the scary side of it to me. So like, or the side like, and I want to feel like people will do the right thing,
Never, not with
but
that much money involved.
exactly, you know what I mean? You never quite know exactly what people are gonna do.
Hmm.
And we've seen some shady business happen in the NFL.
Hmm.
So like, there's no, as far as that's just with gameplay. there's no telling what happens. Like you said, when there's money involved, dude, behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So I just really hope nobody gets, I guess, burned in this situation, and I hope it doesn't go south like that. I do hope it stays kind of on, I guess, the optimistic side of giving people more opportunities.
No, absolutely. I think there's a lot of coaches that
Yeah.
are probably out there that deserve a chance at a head coaching job that haven't gotten looks yet. Um, I don't know why that is. Obviously, we don't work for the NFL, so can't answer the question. But I definitely think that's happened, unfortunately, and I definitely would. I'm not opposed to, again, people qualified to get the job. Like, let's get them in there. Let's get some new coaches, no matter the ethnicity, whatever it may be. Like, I just think
Exactly.
like the holding the extra draft pick over their head, saying like, "Hey,
Yeah.
come get this.
Exactly.
It's here for you. Just do this, and we'll get you this."
Because then it's like, okay, so let's say they do that. Then like, what? And are they saying this for like just anybody right now? Or are they saying like if it's just a minority?
It's just a minority coach.
So then what? All right. And do they classify what type of minority? Like, do they say like black color? Do
Basically
they say,
anything other than like a white coach.
okay, so like they don't say like man, woman, or anything. Okay, because I was gonna say, then what if they like say like, hey, we'll give you like 2 or 3 if it's a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, and make her a woman of color, but you got yourself 5. You know, like when do you say like, okay, like where you draw the line at? You know what I mean?
I think there's just like I think there's only one regulation of that, and that's stop hiring white coaches.
I mean, that no, I was gonna say, can you imagine if they? But then I was like, well, no, actually, you know how they make these predictions of how like the world's gonna be so mixed up in these next few years. So like, no, honestly, I guess it could possibly be, but nah. I think you need all different types. Just because, like we said, it's been proven. The more diverse the group is, the more creative the ideas become, and you get to expound upon those creative ideas.
I mean, just to be off the wall here. I mean, it's not really a shocker to anybody that I say this, but like, we want players to have successful careers after. A lot of players will go to commentary. Some will go to coaching. Those coaches that go to coaching, how many players in the NFL are normally white? So how many players? How many players should be getting hit up for coaching jobs pretty soon? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Very true point.
So
and it's like some of those guys too are also, I mean, they're gifted to play at that level, but they aren't the most gifted. But what they are most gifted in is coaching other people. You ever met those guys where they know exactly what to do, when to do it, but they cannot do it?
Hey, that's like, that football IQ. You can't beat that.
Yeah, but they can help somebody else. And you're like, dude, that's so weird. Like, you suck, but like you can tell other people like to be good. Yeah, like that's crazy. And it's like, because those people have that calling to be a coach. And it's like, it can't just be that can't be amongst a few people. There has to be a lot of those guys like that are on those teams.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope that's what I'm saying. I hope that opportunity turns into that for them, but I could easily see how that could get very shady and go a whole different route. And I won't even be surprised. I'll just be like,
I won't either, unfortunately. But I mean, it's crazy to me. They're just like holding like a treat out in front of a dog. Like,
yeah, that is really weird.
Here it is. If you do this, it's like telling the dog to sit, and then he gets a treat. Like, hire this coach, and we'll give you an extra draft pick. Like,
yeah. What? Oh, staying in the same vein of this too. I wanted to bring this up before I forgot, dude. Indiana has surprised me, bro.
Hey,
like
we're about to find out about them.
But, huh?
We're about to find out about them on Saturday.
Wait, were they off this week?
No,
they won this week, right?
But they beat Michigan State 24-0. All 24 points are scored in the first half of this game. Their kicker did miss a couple field goals, and their red zone offense is terrible. They also played Michigan State, who is arguably the second worst team in the Big Ten this year.
Wait, but they're like 6-0, 7-0.
Indiana, yes.
Yeah.
So Indiana started off week 1 beating Penn State in I think it was in overtime, but the quarterback reached out for the pylon, and he was short, but they gave him the touchdown, so Indiana won the game. And so that was
all right. So it's a dub. Go ahead.
And then they haven't really played many huge schools yet. I mean, Michigan State
Yeah.
was terrible again, but they play Ohio State on Saturday. So Saturday, noon Eastern time,
Let's-
Ohio State versus Indiana. It's like number 3 versus number 9, I believe, according to
I
them.
think there's 7.
Yeah, I think it depends on what poll that you look at. I think everything kind of varies, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
either way top 10 matchup. Period.
Right.
And
And I never thought I would see the day that like Indiana would be, as far as football goes, top
yeah,
10.
yeah.
Like they have them in the playoff projection thing, and I was like, what is this?
Is this
Like,
basketball? Did I miss something?
yeah, like, and there's certain schools I just expect to be like basketball.
Mhm.
Kansas, Kentucky, Indiana. I really kind of expect it from Duke and North Carolina too.
Yeah.
I can see they can kind of make a rumbling every once in a while, but I kind of just expect it from them. Like, it's just like, so now that I see that Kentucky had that spurt of being really good,
Mhm.
and they've been showing up these past couple of years in the SEC, just making hard games. Even though they may not win them, they're just making really hard games where it
Because they got
wasn't that
Bob Stoops. They got Stoops out there coaching. That's why.
Kentucky does.
Yeah. He's now, after they beat Vandy on Saturday, he's now the second most winning coach in Kentucky behind Bear Bryant.
Dang, bro, why'd he leave Oklahoma?
I mean, Lincoln
Wait,
Riley,
is Bob
his
or is
brother.
it his brother?
His brother.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, I was like, yo, I could have swore Bob Stoops was still in retirement.
No,
Because
he
he
was.
just came to
He
Oklahoma.
tried to do that. He tried to do that XFL league, and then that didn't.
That's right,
Didn't
that
work out.
folded. Yeah, yeah. And he chilled out. They asked him. Pretty sure they asked him to come to the Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken.
Dang. I don't know why he wouldn't.
Because they asked him to go to the
Oh yeah,
Cowboys.
yeah. And they wanted Lincoln Riley too.
Well, yeah, but Lincoln Riley, the Falcons wanted him.
Hmm.
And here's, not to get sidetracked from what we're talking about with Indiana, but the Falcons, I said, they have the same problem as Oklahoma. No defense.
Yeah.
Why do you want another offensive minded coach to come in and put up another 1,000,000 points for you each game and watch you lose by 1,000,001?
Yeah.
No, work out your defense. That's a whole another talk.
No, but I mean, I think coaching is why Indiana's good. Their coach is electric. They showed during the Michigan State game, they showed a little snippet. So this guy is like known for getting injuries. So
Wait, the coach is?
Yes. So like he said he's like juiced by adrenaline or something like that. So like
Yeah.
I don't know what his deal
I
is.
saw him throw that clipboard in the air there and run the whole way on like that big breakaway. I'm pretty sure that was him, and I was just like,
And then so he's had a black eye. He had 2 of his front teeth knocked out because he like basically like headbutted the helmet with a player, like celebrating.
gosh, dude.
He has had pulled muscles, and then he got a gash in his face last week. And so instead of knocking his teeth out, he like turned his head and it hit the helmet.
Yeah.
Right.
So he just gets amped up.
Yeah, he's electric.
He's all about it. See, and I like that, and I feel like that's why, like you said, they are playing well because their coaching is hyped up.
Well, it's like that Northwestern guy. Have you seen the Northwestern guy that's just absolutely?
Oh yeah, the strength coach.
Yeah. Coach. Like
Yeah,
they're undefeated right now. They're like right outside the top 10. Like,
are they really?
yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't pay attention to them.
So it's like they have people to play. Like they have players, coaches. Like they are getting their players hype. They are getting them ready to play. Their energy is contagious, and so I think that's kind of massive. I will say though, since we're on the topic of football, I did go undefeated in those picks. You didn't think I was going to win.
Yeah. I was gonna say I do need to apologize to the Colts fans out there. They surprised me. I did not think that they were gonna do that to the Titans.
Well, Titans special teams are absolutely terrible.
Yeah. I watched part of that game, dude, but I didn't. I feel like I missed the part to where it turned so sour for the Colts. I mean, for the Titans.
Yeah.
Like, did you watch it?
So we had it on at work. I usually work Thursdays, but I was able to make it home for the ending, and I got home, and that's when they like had blocked the punt and scored the touchdown right there.
Okay.
And that was already after. I don't remember. It's something with a 7. And it's really low. I don't know if it was like 17 or 7, but it was like a 7 or a 17-yard punt the Titans had right before that punt. and then they missed a couple.
Oh yeah, it was 17 yards. 17
Yeah.
yards. I saw that.
17-yard punt from an NFL punter, bro.
What's no? Okay, so dude, so a weird thing on him. So he just became their punter
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago. He showed up in his FedEx outfit. He worked at FedEx, and then they needed somebody, and I guess they had open tryouts, and he had kicked before, so he went out there. He had been doing fine, and then yeah, just that one. It's in. I don't know if you watched the replay at all, but it's like as he's dropping it down though, like it just kind of rolls out of his hand this way, which causes it to go to the side of his foot.
Yeah.
And so like everything's lined up but the ball. And so like when he kicks it, it kind of just shanks it off to the side. So it's really weird.
But then you get the next one blocked, and then it's just like, wow.
Just back to back. Yeah. Special teams, I knew they played a huge part because I saw like, those highlights. But I just didn't see the game going that bad. I was like,
so I mean,
kept looking up and I was like,
the Titans, man. It's been awesome for the Titans. Like they won the first game off of so they had like all those missed field goals, and then they hit a game-winning field goal first week. The next week they won by a field goal. The next week they won by a field goal, and then the Steelers game, they literally missed the field goal.
Yeah, and Lamar couldn't figure it out down there at the end too. Wait, you said the Ravens, right?
No, Steelers game. The Steelers.
Steelers. Okay, yeah.
And then we turn around.
You know what I'm thinking of? The Steelers versus the Ravens game.
Yeah.
I think the Ravens should have won that game.
Well, probably not, because they have not looked great in losing to the Patriots on Sunday Night Football. But
wait, did they lose?
Yeah, 23-17.
Jesus.
To a no-name Patriots team who has 9 players opted out on the season. So I don't know, and I don't even believe Edelman's back from injury yet. So
yeah,
they really got beat like that. But the Titans, I'm about to go start kicking field goals, and I'm gonna drive myself to Nissan Stadium.
Fact, dude. When I said that they asked for this open tryout and they saw this dude in a FedEx uniform,
yeah,
I was like, yo. I mean, I've been squatting, bro. Like, can I fake it on a couple of punts just to be on the squad? Because what, 10 days? That's got to be a couple of grand, right?
Oh, at least.
I mean, right, like close to. So let's say hypothetically they only keep me for a week. I got to at least make $3,000, right?
No. So you're probably making like somewhere closer to like 30 off of that. Because a league minimum contract is like over $500,000.
Right. Wait. Okay. But you know how the NBA does the 10-day contracts?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Does the NFL do that?
I think you just go to practice squad, but you still get paid on practice squad.
I've seen practice squad pay. You get paid $8,000 a week.
Yeah. So how about that? You just want 3 to be a punter, or you want 8?
No. But if they let me in the door as a punter, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I suck at punting. I've never punted a day in my life. But I tell you what, I'll suit up in these pads every day and let y'all go to town for $8,000. Bro, just look. All I ask is you just give me a nice masseuse and a good trainer. And bro, y'all do whatever y'all want to every practice. Bro, I will run into every drill you want.
Yeah.
$8,000
drill against Derrick Henry. Let's go.
Bro, come on. Well, he just need to practice running people over. You got it. Concussion protocol every day. Like, bro, I would suit up in a heartbeat. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't even think twice. No. I was just like, yeah. What's the question? Let's go.
You get paid to work out. You play football. You make that kind of money. You eat for free because they feed the team.
Yes. And you get to say, yeah, I'm a Titan.
Yeah.
Like, and then so people automatically like they're gonna give you like this extra like little like treatment, if you will, just cause.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, I get hurt every day, but that's okay. It's okay.
Oh, that would be the life. But I'm for real about to start kicking. I got a tee and like 7 footballs. Like I'm about to just line them up. I'm about to order me a net off Amazon and just start kicking them guard. Like, let's go.
How much did you win off that last week?
That is going to go undisclosed.
Okay.
We can keep that off the record. But
IRS. IRS sitting right there waiting, like, yeah, go ahead and say that number.
The Drewski video where it's like, and he's like,
the police
I got the
right
gun and I shot it, and then the police, he's like, who got the gun? He got the gun. Who shot it? He shot it. So it's
yes. Oh, I love his videos, bro. Oh my gosh. He was like, this is so easy. This is so easy. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, the IRS is sitting right there. They were waiting for you to say that, pal.
I'll pay my taxes. Don't worry.
But yes. Also, thanks for explaining that betting to me. I don't know why I couldn't figure that out.
No, it's all good. It's a complicated game.
Like, I was like, okay, so you said +3. My brain just froze, and you were like, so when? Or lose by 1 or lose by 2. I was like, oh yeah. So them winning just ruins it, right? No, win is a possibility.
Yeah.
I was like, dang. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna just go back out here to my tables.
No, dude, that was a crazy weekend. Very, very good. I'll have more picks for everybody on Thursday. Hopefully we'll keep this streak alive. But
oh yeah.
I'm study up. You might see me on that Ohio State Indiana over, because both teams are pretty bad at defense, but I gotta see what that line comes out first.
Oh yeah. You know what? Honestly, I almost might want to pick Indiana just because. Even though I know that's not going to happen. I don't think it'll happen because Justin Fields. But
Justin Fields don't play defense, and
right,
Ohio State let Rutgers put up like almost 30 on them.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, I mean Ohio State scored like 60, but like still allowing a team to score 30-something points on you like Rutgers, who literally lost
You're talking to an Oklahoma fan though, who just about everybody scores 30 on us.
Okay,
and we just try to score 31.
I get it. The Big 12 is just allergic to defense, so you understand.
Yeah, that's our thing.
I don't know. There's got to be something on that defense, or Indiana's going to have a good chance. I think Indiana's going to be able to do what they want. I'm very interested to see. I mean, I think Big Ten Championship's going to come down to Ohio State and Wisconsin, and I think Wisconsin is nice.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking about it in my head. Was in Nebraska that I just watched. I watched one of those games on Saturday.
Yeah, they both played well on Saturday. So
yeah, and for some reason in my head I can't see the
Wisconsin beat Michigan really bad, and Michigan is dead, and Wisconsin.
What is going on over there? What is that, Harbaugh?
He's got to be gone.
Gotta be. He underperformed when what was that guy? Peppers was there. What's his name?
Jabril.
Yeah, like underperformed then because they were projected to make it to the playoffs then.
Mm-hmm. Well, he just can't beat. He can't beat Ohio State and Michigan State. He can't beat anybody, to be honest.
And those are their two rivals, right?
Yes.
Like
he's never
gets put out of any program.
Never beat Ohio State. And
I'm surprised he's still there.
I think everyone is. I don't understand. And then he had Shea Patterson at quarterback last season, and they did nothing. Like, why would you? Shea Patterson was good at Ole Miss. He comes to Michigan, and you make him try to do like a pocket passer.
Yeah, icy cold Michigan. And I still hate Michigan people for saying the glove. I mean, the midden. I know it's not. That's completely random, but it just bothers me. Have you heard them say this?
No, I have not. I was about to ask you to educate us all on.
No, if they. Oh my gosh, these doggone Michiganians or whatever you call them. So if you ask them where they're from, and you're like, "Oh, so where are you from?" They say, "All right, well, if you look at the mitt like this," but imagine in that accent that they have, they're like, "I live like right here on the mitt." Or I live like right here on the mitt, and you're like, "Quit calling it, buddy. Just tell me where you live. Like, tell me the city, and then you can tell me the general direction of which it is, and then we can go from there." Like it's just, but they all want to bring up the mitten or the.
I've never heard that. That's really funny, but I probably would be pissed if somebody said that because
you're just like, I think I've just met too many of them to where it's like not, and it's just I just notice it, and I'm like. Okay.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
get it.
I hope I don't ever hear that because I'm gonna question it. I'm gonna have to stop. I don't care if I'm not even in the conversation. I'm just gonna interrupt the conversation.
Hold on, stop right there. Don't do that. Like,
I am your conscience.
yeah,
Motherfucker don't want to listen to you say the bit. Just go ahead and rephrase this for him. Thank you.
exactly, bro. Oh my gosh, dude. And also, I've met just now that I'm on a Michigan rant. I also met some people from Michigan. Um, well, I went to Michigan. I stayed there a couple of days, and they call this a beach town because what is it? Lake Michigan's right there, and Lake Erie, something like this. I
Yeah,
don't know.
the Great Lakes.
Yeah. And so they call those little towns that border that like, oh yeah, it's a beach town. It's a beach town. So in my head, I think Florida beach, right?
Yeah.
All right. And we get there, and so I'm like, I'm driving up, blah blah. I was like, beach town? How you gonna have a beach in Michigan? And I'm like, in my head, bro, I'm like, how is this possible? Like, what are these people talking about? Like, do they have like surf shops right here? Like, are these like real touristy towns? I've never heard anybody ever say like, I'm not going to Destin this year. I stayed in Douglas, so I was like, I'm going to Douglas, Michigan. Like, I've never heard that, bro. Like, I was like, what are these beach towns? But I was like, maybe I just haven't traveled enough. All right, so I'm just making myself feel like, dang, bro, you just need to get out and experience the world.
Ain't no beach there.
These doggone beach towns, but they're basically, imagine some small town around here and throw it beside the freaking lake, and now it's a beach town, and it's like, what? That's not a beach town. That's just a thing that borders.
Bro, you gotta start doing that. You gotta start telling people Nashville is a beach town because it's right next to like Percy Priest.
Yeah, that is a perfect example. But imagine the town is in Nashville. It's I don't know, doggone Smithville, or like someplace like that, just super tiny, like little itty bitty. Where's Morgan Wallen from? Sneedville. Imagine that. Yeah. Like a place that's small, but put it next to Percy Priest, and freaking there it is. Like, you're like, dude, no, that's not a beach town, bro. That's
hilarious.
Yeah, and so, all right, that's my frustration with Michigan.
Hey, I think we should end on that. That's a good.
Yeah.
We got a big week ahead. Hopefully, got some good stories for you guys coming up on Thursday's episode.
Oh yeah.
As always, shout out to everyone that's giving the love, giving the listens, sharing, subscribing, doing all that. It's appreciated.
Did we said all the RIPs, yeah?
Oh yeah.
I think so, yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure, we acknowledge those I guess popular people that are gone now. And also to anybody, if you hear this and your family was affected by a death of COVID, we also want to extend our condolences to you as well. And thank you for supporting us too. Because we know this is a tough time. Holidays are coming up. And what matters most to people is family. And so when you lose a piece of your family, we know that can be tough. So, yeah.
Not ideal. Not a situation that we wish upon anybody. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all my closing things there, bro.
And always, thank you for everyone, listening again. Like, we can't thank you enough for this. Keep sharing it though. Keep giving it to somebody. Give it to somebody's ears. If you enjoy the podcast, let them know.
Yeah, just send them the YouTube link right over to check out on YouTube. If you want to watch us, kind of like interact. If you just want to listen to us, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, share the link on there too. That way they can listen to us as they're driving the car, working out, all types of stuff. I think that's pretty much it for today, though. Yeah.
We will see you guys on Thursday with another episode. Until next time.
Yeah.